Guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. I do just want to thank you for tuning in and watching this video. So in today's video, as you can see from the title, I will be talking about the things you will need to start your t-shirt business. But before we jump into this video, I do just ask that you guys hit that subscribe button if you are new here, and I also ask that you comment, like, if you are getting value from this video, and if not, just shoot down in the comments below and let me know some things that you would like to hear or things that you think that could be changed or whatever the case may be. I'm just here to give you guys knowledge and drop some gems. So my name is Ashley, and I'm pretty much the jack of all trades. I do it all, from t-shirts, logos, starting up businesses, crafting, anything, you name it, cooking, giving inspirational words. That's just what I do. God blessed me with a gift, and I just want to share it with the world. So without further ado, we are going to jump right in this video. And if you are watching this video, I'm going to assume that you are either thinking about starting a t-shirt business, or you are in the process of starting a t-shirt business and you just want to know more information on what that entails. So forgive me if I am looking down, because I do have a list here, because I don't want to miss out any gems that I have written down, or that I have learned in the process of going through this. So to start it off, one of the things that you do want to have when you are starting up a t-shirt business, you want to make sure you have a good heat press. You want to make sure with your heat press you are getting firm pressure, you are getting even heat all throughout the plate of the heat press. And also you just want to make sure that the heat is being evenly distributed throughout the shirt, because if the heat is getting hot on one side and not on the other, or something like that, then your shirt is not going to be pressed very well, and the DTF transfer sheet is not going to sit into the t-shirt. So when you go to peel it up, some parts will peel and some parts won't. So you just want to make sure you are picking out the right heat press. I will say, I personally do not recommend a Cricut Easy Press. I know some people are saying like to get started with those, but one thing about the Cricut Easy Press, and no shade on it, but when you use them or anything similar to a Cricut Easy Press, you have to kind of put your weight on it to press down on that shirt to get that pressure onto the shirt to transfer the design to the shirt with the DTF film. So you just want to make sure that you are not getting one of those. And to be honest, if you're going to buy a easy press, you might as well just invest in actual heat press, because it's sort of in the same ballpark as pricing. So I would just go full throttle with the heat press, like the industrial heat press, instead of just the easy Cricut Easy Press. Some recommendations I will say is, I will recommend like the Htvront. That's a pretty good one. That does have like an automatic press, so when you go to use it, you don't have to, like, because some heat presses, I'm not sure if you've seen or not, but some you have to pull down, some you have the swing door, which I'm going to get into in a second. But with the Htvront, it automatically presses down once you hit your start button. And you can get those on Amazon, or you can go to the actual direct site to get it. And I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to take a look at it or try it out. Also, I would recommend getting a, one of the brands I know is a Vevor heat press. Those are pretty good. I have one of those. They're not too bad. The only thing I didn't like about that is that when I went to go to press my shirts, it didn't give it the full lift. So there was chances where I like bumped my hand up on the hot plate, or I just didn't have enough wiggle room to get the shirt inside the press. So you really have to be careful when you have the heat press that doesn't have the swing door. And swing door that I mentioned it, those are pretty good heat presses too, because with the swing door, you can pretty much, it'll like swing off to the side. So giving you room to actually go put your shirt down and then swing it back to press it. I'll try to leave some pictures in this video so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, also just to get a visual. I would also recommend that you guys do like a 15 by 15. Now that might get a little pricey because that is a bigger plate, but it just makes more sense for when you have those big t-shirts that you are able to lay the shirt out fully on the press. Because if you have the smaller presses, then you're gonna see yourself continuously having to move the shirt around just to press the whole shirt. So that's just another nugget that you guys may want to take into consideration. Now, the next thing on the list is you want blank shirts. Now, with the blank t-shirts, you can pretty much get those wholesale through like Jiffy, All Day Shirts, and like a few other t-shirt distributors, and you don't need a reseller license to purchase those, especially through Jiffy and All Day Shirts. Jiffy is pretty reasonable too, I will say that, and they're pretty decent. They do have all brands. They have a lot of brands to choose from when it comes to choosing your shirts. So you just want to take a look at that as well. You also can go to Michael's and purchase a shirt. Michael's does have a couple different brands of shirt as well, like the Bella Canva. They do have Gildan. They have Next Level. And to be honest, it may be like a little more expensive route just if you're buying the shirts individual, because you're buying them at full price instead of getting like a discounted rate, which if you bought them from Jiffy, you would get like a discounted rate. But I will say, if you're just starting out with your t-shirt business, I would start off small, buying a few shirts at a time, just because you don't want to waste all that money on buying a whole bunch of shirts and have an inventory laying around if those shirts don't sell. I pray that you do be successful and you sell out on your first day, but just giving you a heads up. Now, if you have the space in your home, by all means, do what you want to do. But this is just my recommendation. You also, what I found out too, is you can get them from the dollar store. You can get some blank shirts from the dollar store, which are pretty reasonable and cheap, especially if you just want to test out some transfers and see how you do. If you are like extremely new and you never done this at all before, you can go to the dollar store and get some shirts to test out. I've done that before, and the shirts are actually not that bad, and the quality is really good too. So you might want to look into that as well. And that's just the option, like if your coins are low, or if, like I say, you're just starting out. So you want to keep your budget as small as possible starting out. And then that way, when you expand and grow and start making money, then you can go to those big companies and get those bulk shirts and good quality shirts. You don't have to worry about penny pinching on your funds. Another thing I want to say is make sure you get good quality shirts when you start getting customers and you are making those shirts, because I will tell you that can hinder you from getting a returning customer because you may think in your mind, oh, I'm saving money, but at the same time, if that shirt is not good quality, when that customer goes to wash that shirt and dry it, if that DTF is, if the design is peeling, scratching, cracking, or whatever, then they're going to be upset, and they're definitely not going to want to come back to you again, because now they have a bad taste in their mouth and the quality just wasn't that good. And you have so many people out here doing shirts these days. You don't want to take a chance and run that risk on messing up with a customer just because you are trying to take the cheap route out. So I do recommend high quality shirts. And a couple of them I would definitely say Bella Canvas. Gildan is okay. I really don't like Gildan because to the touch. Their shirts are a little rough to me personally, but I mean, it's all, we all have different opinions, so you guys may think differently. Next Level is a good quality brand as well, and you also just want to pay attention to the shrinkage when you wash these shirts, because if your shirts are shrinking and your customers are ordering their exact size, then when they go to wash it, they're going to come out with the shirt smaller than what it already was. So pay attention to that too. Now that we have talked about the blank shirts, your t-shirts, you want to get a label maker. And I say this because you either want to get a label maker or you want to have an alternative for your labels, because when those orders start coming out, especially if you have a lot, you are going to find yourself, when you print your label out, you're going to have to cut it, then you're going to have to tape it on the package instead of just with the label maker. It automatically has that tape in the back, so all you have to do is print it and peel it and attach it to your package. So you do want to make sure you have a label maker. The alternative to, I know, is I can't think of the name, but there are some like envelopes that you can put your label inside of and just peel it and put it on the package as well. So it covers like the actual paper label and it doesn't get ruined in transit, especially if it's like raining or something. I will also try to put those in a video as well, so you guys can see what I'm talking about when it comes to the alternative to your label maker. I know with the label makers, you can get those from Amazon. I know, I think it's called Dymo or something like that. That's a pretty good one. And there's another brand. It's called Munbyn thermal label printer. This is the one that I have, that I use. It is pretty good. It does pretty much the same thing Dymo does. So you can also find this on Amazon as well. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but this is the one that I have. Okay, so here, before moving on down to the rest of the list, here's a gem that I want to drop in there for you guys. You do, when making your shirts and coming up with those designs, you do want to make sure you know who your target audience is, meaning you want to know who you're selling to, because if you don't know who you're selling to and you're just making shirts, it's going to be harder for you to get sales that way, because then you're just trying every which way, trying to see what works, and then you wind up with too many shirts, and then people get overwhelmed and then they don't want to buy a shirt at all. So just make sure you know who you're targeting when you're making these shirts, so that way you can stay within the scope of designs of what you want to do, and you can still have like multiple ideas and stuff like that, but now you know which designs you're making, so you know who to tailor and you know who is your design is going to attract. When starting your t-shirt business, you also want to check out this book right here. This is like a Bible for fashion. It does say fashion on here, but it not only helps with, fashion designers, it also helps with building your brand, how to find your target audience, just anything that you can imagine. When it tells you how to, like what fonts to use. It tells you, how to design your logo, just different things like that. And it pretty much helps you and sets you up for success when running your t-shirt business, because it pretty much gives you like the do's and don'ts of what you should do, when building your t-shirt. And again, like I said, it does help you find your target audience. Let me see, just to give you guys little reference point. So it does have like the branding direction, it has product development, it has wholesaling, marketing, it has retailing, starting your brand, form section, and in these sections it pretty much break down like what you need to do and how to do it. Like it even shows you, like in this, it shows you how to define your customers, of like who your target audience is going to be. It helps you to build an actual person, so that when you're building that person and you're making those designs and you're trying to figure out how to tailor the designs and stuff, you're going to think about that person who you have created and built up and know what that person wants. So that way you'll get a lot of traction when it comes to building that ideal customer. So I love this book because it does help with a lot of things. Somebody recommended this book to me and I'm recommending it to you guys. It is on Amazon. I'll also leave the link down below. And like, as you can see, like how I said, it tells you like what fonts and stuff to use that will make your business stand out and like to make it look good. Like here's the page right here for you guys to see. I'm not sure if you can see the whole thing, but I just was trying to give you a reference as to what I'm talking about. But again, this is a really good book. I believe it was like 41 and some change, but I promise you this is one of the best investments you'll make because you'll have a guidance into your brand and what you're doing. Again, like I said, if you're building a brand, this is perfect for you. If you're just selling t-shirts, then disregard what I'm saying. But this right here helps you build a brand. So keep that in mind. Now we are on to DTF transfers. Now with the DTF transfers, I know you guys are probably wondering like, what is a DTF transfer when I was saying it in the beginning of the video? Like if you're extremely new. So the DTF transfer is pretty much just the film that the design comes on that you can press on your shirt. With the DTF transfers, I will say this. You can either order them from Etsy. Etsy does have a lot of good, thousands of designs that you can choose from if you are not like the artistic type who can come up with a design like in your head, or you just don't, you're not that creative. You can definitely get a lot of ideas from Etsy, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. You can also order your transfers from Ninja Transfers. I believe they do have some pre-template transfers already on their site, but this is the route you can go if you have like designs already, or you're making like your own designs. You can do like gang sheets with Ninja Transfers, and I also have a video that I did showing you how to order from them if you go that route with Ninja Transfers. Like I said, you can do gang sheets with them, or you can just print out a few at a time just to test their quality to see how it is. You also can get transfers from TikTok. Now, one thing I'm noticing on TikTok is a lot of people are doing bundles of the DTF transfers. So you can actually save money that way as well. So you can find things that you are like that are within like your niche, and you can order it in a bundle. So like I said, that way you're saving money. They are fairly cheap single, but if you're ordering a lot of them, you might as well do a bundle anyway. But that's just also another recommendation. Now, with the designs that I was talking about just a few minutes ago before I started talking about the DTF transfers, those actually go hand in hand because with your designs, like I said, you can pretty much create them yourself, or you can have somebody create them for you. You can actually even pay somebody to make your designs for you as well. The one thing that I will say with the DTF transfers, when you start growing, you may want to look into getting a DTF printer yourself if your business is blooming that much. Even though they are like a hassle at times and you have to keep up with the maintenance, it will save you some money because now you're printing out the transfers at home and you don't have to order them through a third party and wait for them to get to your doorstep. So that might be a good route to go as well. They are pretty expensive. I think like the cheapest one I seen was in like the thousands, but they do get pretty expensive. But again, if you're getting customers and you're getting traction that much, then it's pretty much going to pay for itself in the long run. So that is another thing to think about, is getting your own DTF printer. Another thing you want to have in your t-shirt business, you do want to get some poly mailers, because poly mailers, you will need them. Like after you press the shirt, you can put them in the bag and have them shipped out, because if not, like what are you putting your t-shirt in to send it out? I would recommend like you getting some cute poly mailers just so that you can kind of stand out when you're sending these out, and people will have something to remember you by. So keep that in mind, because that's just a thought. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you can actually brand yourself when it comes to like your poly mailers, your thank you cards, your tag labels, like your tickets, you know, the like the large, small, the size and tickets that they put on your shirt, you can brand those as well. And that will also help you stand out. So if you already have like the name of your business and stuff, and you're branding, that's a good way to brand like all of your stuff, and so people can see, and that will actually leave a lasting impression as well, and that will have people remember who you are, so the next time they want to like add something to their wardrobe, they know who to come to, because the bag or whatever will be in their closet, and they'll be like, oh, I remember so and so, they had really good quality of shirts, or I like the way they package their items. Just, you know, small things like that keeps the customers coming back. You don't want to just make shirts. You, like I keep on saying, you want to stand out. You want to build a brand. You want to build a business. You want to be legit. So you're not just sitting here making shirts and then you realize like, oh, this is something you really want to do. And now all that time you spent making them shirts and gaining them customers, you don't know how to, you know, regain them back. Building a brand is crucial to your business when you are starting a t-shirt business. It's really important that you structure your business really well. Now, all of the information and gems that I gave you, this is just the stuff that you need for your t-shirt business. But if you want to structure your t-shirt business, then you do want to get like a LLC, a EIN, and stuff like that to make it legit. Now, I do have an ebook that teaches you how to do that. It's really thorough. It's really good. If you want to check that out, I will leave the link below for you guys to get the ebook and go from there. If you read the ebook and you decide you need further help, I will also leave my email down below so that you can contact me and I can help you figure this thing out. I have built more than one t-shirt business, so I know the ins and outs to structuring a t-shirt business. In that ebook, I give you the meat and potatoes to everything that you need to know besides just buying a heat press, the poly bags, the designs, and you know, that stuff. So now that you guys have the starting of what you need to start your business, let's go ahead and make that business legit. Let's go ahead and structure that business. And I thank you guys for tuning into this video. Again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification button if you enjoy watching videos like these and you want more tips or you want more how-to videos on how to do something. Or if there's something that you would like for me to do that you haven't seen done yet, just put it in the comments below. And if I can do it, you best believe it will be a video about it. All right, guys, until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and I did forget to mention, I do apologize. My business is called Heal Her LLC. And again, I have built multiple businesses. So I will leave all the links below and everything that you may need to go ahead and get your business started. All right, guys, till next time. See you.